All right, everybody, come on in, come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome back to another Mondays with Maggie on Cooking with Aisha. As always, let me say thank you so much to Miss Aisha for allowing me to stream on her platform. So on Mondays, I come live with you all. We do some type of cooking content. So we're doing another Meals on Wheels today. It was raining in Atlanta, so the Marines are not working out today. But we do have a very close friend of the family who is not feeling his best. So I've been doing some weekly meals for him. So we're just going to do some rice and baked beans and barbecue chicken in the oven. And then I'm just going to portion that out. All right, everybody. So thank you all so much for being here. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. I'm just a mom and a home cooker. I am not a professional chef. That will be obvious in this cooking stream. And I just like coming on here and cooking for others as well as myself from time to time. I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. But when I'm cooking for others, I give them the full flavor. So I'm a woman of a particular age. So I got my little struggle air conditioning here. So if you hear my fan, that's what's going on. Feels so good. All right, everybody. Hello, SL says hi. Hello, we got a real chef in the house, Chef Shabs. Hello so much. Thank you so much for being here. Larry and Pure Power is here. Thank you all so much. We've got Agnes coming in. Hello, Miss Agnes. And thank you so much, Jessica, for being here. If y'all want to shout yourself out, feel free. Let me get my uniform on. We're going to clean off the counter. And then I think we'll get started cleaning the chicken. Yeah. And then we'll put the rice on. All right. We just figure it out as we go, y'all. All right. So come on in, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Hope you all are doing well. All right. Come on in, everybody. Hello, Painting is here. Thank you so much for being here. Let me get my uniform on. We got some chicken leg quarters, y'all. They came in the giveaway box, so we're gonna make the most of that. We don't want any food to go to waste. Hello, Smirk Franklin. And even if we're not gonna eat it, someone else will appreciate it. All right, let me get my uniform. Shout out to Team Greedy. Y'all know who you are. If you like to eat, you are welcome here. Clearly, I can miss a meal. So we're going to skip the eating today, but we'll do the cooking. Hello, Gary is here. Hello, Helen is here saying hi. Thank you all so much for coming in on Facebook. Hope everybody is doing well. All right. So let me show y'all what I have. I have the 10-pound of chicken leg quarters. Shout out to the South. So I have these, they came frozen, so we're gonna open these up and then kind of clean them a little bit. And then I like to do a parboil, which is a partial boil in some chicken broth that kind of infuses the meat with some flavor. Then we're gonna put it in the oven with barbecue sauce. All right, so that's my struggle barbecue chicken recipe. I'm gonna walk you all through it. If you're a grill master and you can do it outside on that slow charcoal and get that nice little char, invite me over. Hello, Silar is here. Pamela is here. Hello, FL Gilchrist is here. Thank you all so much for coming in. All right. So let's just get a big old bowl. And let me get some scissors. We're going to open this up. I remember being young and getting this 10-pound bag of leg quarters. My mom would make me and my brother be in the kitchen and peel off the skin because she wanted to be, lower in fat. We're going to cook it with the skin on today, but you can absolutely do that. It just reminds me of my childhood. All right, some of y'all are team wash your chicken. Some of y'all don't wash your chicken. I am not the food police, but we have the leg quarter, and I'm going to cook it just like this, all right? When it's done, I'll cut it at the drumstick and thigh because you really have two pieces here, but we may have to do a couple batches, y'all. We're going to do the whole 10 pounds. The Marine said, even though we're not working out today, can you bring some food tomorrow? So I had to do something for you all today. So we're just going to probably fill this with half and then some water. You could do lemon juice. You could do vinegar. You can do whatever you like. All right. I think this is good. Let me fill this up in the sink. And then I think I have some lime juice. If you have real lemon, I do have real lemon, but I want to save that. So let's give this a rinse. Oh, all right. Let me get the lime juice. A little citrus gets some natural cleaning going on for you all. Hello, look at y'all coming in here. Hello, Irvin is here. Hello, Pamela's here. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope everybody's doing well. All right. If you have lemon juice, even better, but we're gonna go with some struggle lime juice. And I'm just gonna get in here and just kind of add that to the rinsing water. And we're just gonna try and get everything moved around a little bit. And then we'll have to do this in 2 batches because this is only about half of the chicken. We'll give it another rinse. And then what we'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and get the skillet out. And I'm probably gonna have to do 2 batches, probably a batch behind me on the stove because I wanna cook all of it. All right, let's get this rinsed. And then I'll wipe off the counters. Hello, Classic City Boy. Hello, Mr. Coach. Hello, Quasia. Felicia is here. Thank you all so much for being here. All right. So I like to cook in the order of operation, whatever is going to take the longest. And we want to make sure our chicken is done. We will temperature check it. So doing the parboil is a great way to kind of get it started. That way it cooks all the way through. Hello, Classic City and Mr. Coach. Hello, Vonnie is here. Agnes says it's a beautiful day. Where are you, Agnes? I'm in Atlanta. The sun is coming out now, but it was raining really bad earlier, so they canceled their workout. All right, so let's get our little struggle stove top here. And then I don't think this one is gonna work. I think the bottom for this one won't work on my induction, so I'm gonna do this one behind me for batch number 2. So let me just get the other skillet that I have that will work on the induction. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and I'll start this on a medium, and we're gonna put this one down, and I'm gonna arrange the leg quarters in here. All right. And I'm just gonna put them right on top of each other, try and get as many in here as I can. They're kind of big. Let's see if we can get, y'all, we may have to do 2 batches. All right, so we have this first batch here, and then I'm not gonna cover it with water. I'm just gonna put enough water so that it's kind of got a layer at the bottom, all right? So let's say maybe like a cup. So let me go ahead and get that. All right, so you just kind of eyeball it, but we don't want it to boil dry. So I'm putting some water down just so we can see water on the sides. And then here's the secret. I am a huge fan of chicken broth. You can get this at the Dollar Tree. This is the Nor Caldo de Pollo. All right, so we just have this chicken broth or whatever seasoning you like. I think chicken broth is easy. You can do any all-purpose seasoning. And we're going to season it liberally. There we go. So you could do like a heaping tablespoon. But we're gonna go in like this. Just kind of cover everything. And then I'm gonna put the top on, and we're gonna get this to boil. Maybe like a medium high. This is not an authentic recipe. This is just what works for me. So what's gonna happen is that the boiling is going to kind of steam cook the chicken. It'll soften it, it'll plump it up, and then that bouillon seasoning will just kind of get in there, kind of percolate all together. Tweet says, is there an inspired video today? No, sweetheart. This is just me making up a struggle recipe. Hello, the evolving is here. Thank you so much. You guys are settling in. Vinegar will make it easy to remove. It comes off with no effort. Okay, I got some vinegar. We'll clean the next batch with vinegar. Agnes says, no rain, watching from Maryland. Okay, my dear. Everybody doing well? So let's go ahead and I'm gonna have to do at least 1 or 2 more. I'm gonna move this out of the way for now so it can kind of start doing its thing. It'll start boiling pretty quickly. So let's go to the next one. So we're gonna make some barbecue chicken. Trust the process, as they say. This is just what has worked for me. If you're, busy mom, working mom, trying to get a home cooked meal, this is a great way. If you don't have a grill or you don't have time to grill, for me, this is a great way to get that barbecue chicken flavor in your ear. All right, so we're gonna rinse out our bowl and we're gonna do the other pieces of chicken. Let's see how many left we have. And then we'll do some vinegar so we can save the lime juice. Hello, Anton is here. Sweet potato pie, been a while. All right, so let's put all these in here. So I had a 10-pound bag of chicken leg quarters. I'll move this one time. Let me move that. So hopefully y'all can see. Hello, Michelle. Thank you so much for being here. Hope everybody is doing well. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. 10 leg quarters. I might be able to feed the Marines and our family friend. All right, so let me toss this. All right, so we're gonna rinse off this chicken. And Quasia says vinegar is a great way to wash it off, so let's do that. Y'all can see our parboil over here is starting. Hello, Sentinel is here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Natea is here. Good evening. Y'all like the orange? Is anybody ready for spring? Or are your allergies bothering you too? All right, let's go in with some vinegar. All right, so I just have regular Walmart vinegar. So I'm going to pour that over the chicken. I don't know how much. Let's go with that much. And then we're going to do water. And we're going to kind of get it all washed around. Some people say don't wash your chicken because it kind of splashes around in the sink. And then you have raw chicken juices. I'm not the food police. Do what works for you. But I like to cook and clean, so I'm always wiping. All my life I had to wipe. So we got 4 pieces of chicken left. Let's see, y'all. We may have to do 2 more. We can do 3 and 3. All right, so this is the vinegar rinse. Smells good, feels good. Let's rinse this off. And I'm gonna repeat the same thing, but behind me on the stove. All right, so we'll see if we can get them all done about the same time and then get them in the oven. Let me go get 2 more. We have 1 skillet here, and then we're gonna get another one. If you don't like to cook, this could be a great batch cook recipe for you. You could do that on the weekends and then just portion it out. Sentinel has bad allergies, allergic to pine. I hear you. Okay. If you're cooking for a family, this could be great as well. So I just have 2 big skillets here. So we're gonna get the chicken again. I'm just putting the washed chicken. We can do 3 and 3. All right, so not overlapping. You want them to kind of have some room to boil around. And then this last one. So we got all 10 leg quarters. So it's really like 20 pieces of chicken if you cut each one in half. We could feed everybody, right? All right, so we're going to do the chicken seasoning. And I just do chicken seasoning because it's easy. If you have your own blend, y'all know we got Miss Aisha'S seasoning. We got that honey garlic. We should probably do that too. Let's go ahead and put the chicken. I like the chicken bouillon, and this one comes from the Dollar Tree, and I like it because it's already pulverized. So I literally just sprinkle it all over like this, and then put enough water to layer the bottom. So that's gonna help keep your chicken juicy as well as flavorful. I don't like barbecue when the flavor's only on the skin and then you bite into it and the meat doesn't have any flavor. But this way you get the flavor inside the chicken as well as the barbecue sauce we're gonna put on top. So y'all can see already, this is starting to turn opaque. So let's get these behind me. We're gonna put them on the burner here. So let's go ahead and Turn this one on. All right. And we're going to do water. If you don't have the powdered chicken broth, you can also do the chicken broth in the container. So I'm just showing y'all the water, just kind of halfway so that there's water at the bottom, all right? It doesn't need to be swimming because we're going to do a parboil, which is a partial boil, all right? So put this one down. Let's put the top on. All right. And then same thing with this one, 3 legs, quarters. Seasoning of choice. Let's put Miss Aisha'S honey garlic on this. Actually, you know what? We'll put it on everything once we do the barbecue sauce. All right, so that much water. All right, maybe a cup, depending on how much chicken you have. I'll do this one over here. All right, let's put the top on it. Let it do its thing. So we'll keep an eye. Let's do like a medium high. All right. So you all can see here, notice how the chicken is kind of plumping up and we got that seasoning going on. Let it keep going. I usually let it boil until it looks like it's about to boil dry. I want to get all that moisture inside the muscle, all right? So let's go ahead and clean up, wash hands, and then we'll go ahead and get started on our rice, okay? Hope everybody's doing well. Hello, Get Bob's is here. Hello, Joyce is here. Tracy is watching from Detroit. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you. Oh, you know your allergies are bothering you too. Thank you all so much for being here. Hello, hello. Yes, the parboil cuts down. Same thing if you're cooking a steak, you're not gonna boil it, but you could put the steak in the oven partially, and then you can sear it. It's called a reverse sear. It's a great hack. Maybe they even do that in restaurants. So how are we doing over here? You want these to kind of, okay, this one's already starting to boil. All right, so again, you all, you can get this small size at the dollar store, but look, I found this at Walmart. They have the big Mano Jamma. So this is Nor, and this is the caldo de pollo chicken bouillon. This is the one that's already in the powder, so it's really easy to use as a seasoning. Also, here's a hack because it's 0 calories. If you like a good soup, sometimes if you just want the flavor of like you're eating something but you're not eating, maybe you're fasting, a tablespoon of this in a cup of hot water and just stir, and you get like an instant, really savory chicken broth with 0 calories. Now, I don't have to worry about salt. I do have to worry about sugar, but this could be an option for you. Again, 0 calories. If you want, you could throw some veggies in there and some chicken, make a chicken noodle soup. Hello, Quayne is here. Hello, Carolinas. Thank you all so much for being here. Whose birthday is it? Not mine, not until November. Hello, Katrina. Michelle says pollen is bad here. I know. What are we cooking today? We're going to do some baked beans. Let's go ahead and start the rice and some barbecue chicken in the oven. All right. Oh. Ooh, Bob has done the reverse sear on prime rib. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Okay, we all learn together. So let's see. I got my struggle rice cooker. So let's go ahead and wash the rice. We got another bowl, and I just used my little strainer in here, but let me measure out how much rice I have. I have 2 partial bags that we're going to combine together because we don't want to waste. All right, this one's boiling and this one's boiling. So all 3 of them are looking good. All right, so this one is doing its own thing. Let me just kind of move it. Ugh. All right, can y'all see? Everybody good? Okay. So we're doing a pantry clean out. I have some new bags of rice, but does anybody else hate it when you got all these partial? Just making sure nothing boils over. When you got all these partial containers, so we're gonna use this is Mahatma, just regular rice, maybe about a cup. And then I also have this one, jasmine rice. So let's measure them together. Because my mom taught me 1 cup of rice for 2 cups of liquid, all right? So we could do, ooh, y'all, we could do a coconut rice. Maybe we should do a coconut cilantro. Would that go well with barbecue chicken? I don't know, y'all can tell me. If you want regular, just white rice, put the rice emoji in the chat. That's level 1. Usually I do level 2, which is the seasoned rice, which means we cook it in chicken broth, kind of like a yellow rice. If you want the seasoned rice, put the chicken emoji in the chat. Level 3, if you want like a tropical rice, you can do coconut milk instead of water or chicken broth. Put the coconut emoji in the chat. All right, so let's measure what we have here. But either way, 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of liquid. Hold up. All right, turn that down. We don't want anything to boil over. So we're doing well. Let's measure. And I'm going to combine them. We got Flyer Scott in the house. Thank you. Marie wants coconut rice. Quasia wants coconut rice. Trisha says, sounds good. It's going to be delicious. I think you'd like a coconut rice. We could do some coconut cilantro. Give it a little flavor. I'll show you all that one. Just giving you all some options. Okay. So I measured this. This is 10 ounces, a little bit more than a cup of rice. Let's go ahead and get it rinsed off. Hello, DC is here. Hello, Calvin is here. You had chicken and rice yesterday. Yeah. Very common African cultures, Asian cultures, Caribbean cultures. Rice is pretty much a staple everywhere. All right. Hello, Marie. Ooh, Quasia says put the lime. You want like a cilantro lime coconut rice? Look at you, fancy. Terry wants the chicken. Okay. Looks like the coconut wins. Let's go ahead and give this a rinse. So I just put it in the strainer. Then I'm just going to run this under the water so we can get any bad juju out. But just giving you all some options. So if you just want a plain white rice, like a sushi rice or sticky rice, just cook it in water. My mom would sometimes do a little salt and butter too, just to give it a little bit of yes. If you want like a good all-purpose rice, that's great, like as a side dish for anything. I cook it in chicken broth. My mom had me make the boys' food when they were babies. Hello, Lonnie. If you're making baby food, cook the vegetables in chicken broth so they get the flavor even before they have teeth. Hello, Akola. Thank you so much for being here. You don't say Target, Tarjay. All right, so we've got our rice here. And we got all the starch water out, so I'm going to pour that out and give it one more rinse, and then we'll get it in the rice cooker. Now, I do have a can of coconut milk. Hello, Fortune is here. And then we'll go ahead and turn the oven on, I'll say 400, because we got a lot of chicken. All right, let's go ahead and do that. This is boiling well. This is boiling well, looking good. Let's make sure it's empty. Y'all know how I do. All right. Okay. So while our oven is preheating, let's go ahead and put the rice in the rice cooker. I'm going to do this in the rice cooker. Y'all want a little cilantro and a little lime. And we're going to use coconut milk. I got that from the Dollar Tree too. Oh, where are you, coconut? All right, so we have it says light coconut milk, but you could do full fat if you wanted to, whatever works for you. All right, so let me turn the handle out of the way. We're just keeping an eye on the chicken, but I think it looks really good. Hopefully you all can see how it's just kind of steaming and doing its partial thing. So this is what I'm looking for, and then we'll put it on the rack. Okay, rice cooker. So we had a little bit more than a cup of rice, so we'll do a little bit more than 2 cups of liquid. I just feel like it's gonna boil over. We're good. So 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of liquid, or 2 and 4, or 3 and 6. All right, so let me dump this in over the sink so it doesn't splatter. All right. So we have our washed rice here. Hello, Bob is here. All right, let's get this plugged up. Let's throw away our rice water. Do a little rinse. Mom says clean as you go. Hello, Money Thom. Hello, Warren is here. Thank you all so much for coming in. And then we're gonna move the chicken to the oven. Really just to kind of get that char and slather it with barbecue sauce. All right, but before that, rice, baby, let's go, let's go. All right, let me bring it here so everyone can see, and then we'll put it in the rice cooker. So let me open up the coconut milk, and I'm gonna pour the whole can, and maybe another can of water, or half can of water. So we need 20 ounces. It was about 10 ounces of rice, and this is 13, so 1 2/3. All right. So let's get funky with it. Hello, Cynthia is here. Hello, Tanya is here. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Mondays with Maggie on Miss Aisha'S page. I'm so happy to be here. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content. We're doing some meals on wheels today. So you never know how far a home-cooked meal can go when people are going through whatever they're going through. Okay, so we have canned coconut milk. So we're gonna use that as the liquid in the rice instead of water, instead of chicken broth. If you're doing any type of island cuisine, Thai cuisine, this is a great way to get extra flavor in your rice. Then I'll do about a half-ish cup of water. All right, and then I got some struggle cilantro. I wish I had fresh, but I do have some shaping cilantro. This just came from the Dollar Tree. Fresh is best if you can get it, but this gives us a nice little flavor. And then y'all want some lime too. Hello, Golf. Hello, Holly. Hello, Mary is here. I didn't see that, but thank you so much. So let's go ahead and put the cilantro. This is optional. If you don't like it, omit it. But when it cooks up, it gives you a nice little speckle in the rice, okay? And then we'll do a squeeze of lime juice. And I think I'll salt it. I'm gonna taste it because there's nothing raw here. If you have real, even better. But let's put in some lime. So you could do just coconut rice. You could do coconut cilantro rice, but we're doing coconut lime cilantro rice. Shout out to Chipotle, right? So let's stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of mix the rice. Oh, I didn't salt it. Hold on, let's salt it so we have some flavor in there. Not a lot. If you're doing chicken broth, you can omit the salt, but we want to get it coconutty, salty, citrusy, and savory. That's a lot going on. Let's see. Ooh, it's good. I'm actually gonna put a little bit more lime in there. The coconut is really creamy, so I'm gonna do a little bit more lime juice. Stir and taste again. I taste as I go. My mom said, don't serve anybody anything you haven't tasted. If it's not raw, get in there, taste it, make sure that broth tastes good to you, and then cook it so it'll get infused. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Aye! It's got a little zip to it. Oh yeah. Whew. Okay, might be a little limey, but we're gonna put this on the rice cooker and just let it percolate and do its thing. I'm good with the chicken now. So our oven is preheating at 400. Rice is on. We're gonna go ahead and get a tray for the chicken. And I'm gonna go ahead and take it off because you all can see it's been partially cooking. All three of them are good. This one's starting to boil dry, which is good. Okay. Oh, I can't decide if I want to use the rack or not. Let me move. Can't decide if I want to use the rack or not. I'm going to put some aluminum foil down here. I think I may just put it all on here so it can kind of sop up in that barbecue sauce. Hello, Joel. Hello, Tia and Dance. Bob says it looks good. Aw, thank you, Music Man. I appreciate the compliment. You are too kind. I'm having fun with y'all. Okay, so let's line this with aluminum foil because we're going to put all 10 chicken leg quarters here. Shout out to the big families. Hello, Bree Collier. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody's doing well. But if you need to cook for a group, you can definitely make a lot at once. Or if you're a meal prepper, we'll portion this out. All right, so we have our big tray. I'm gonna take our chicken leg quarters and I'm just gonna put them all here. Let's turn off the stove. Turn off the stove. And get the chicken. Hello, Kimberly. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so let me show y'all what we have. Take the top off. All right, so this was 4 leg quarters, and you all see how they've clumped up. So they're not all the way cooked, but we put chicken broth there with water and let them partially boil for what, like 10, 20 minutes? All right, so let me get some tongs and we'll put them on. All right. Oh, before I do that, I'm gonna put some barbecue sauce on the bottom. And we're gonna go with Sweet Baby Ray's, all right? Hello, pre-chick. Regular, if I'm cooking for me, I'll do the no sugar added. I'll show y'all. Oh. Oh, here it is. All right, I just wanted to show y'all. So I'm your substitute teacher because I use sugar substitute. So this is no sugar added. This one is for me, but we're making man food. So I'm gonna use the regular Sweet Baby Ray's. But if you need to cut back for any reason, a lot of your favorite brands, hello Day Day, a lot of your favorite brands now have no sugar added everything. Heinz makes a no sugar added ketchup. Hershey's makes a no sugar added chocolate sauce because condiments and beverages are a huge culprit for sugar, but we got a lot of protein going on here. So I just slathered this on. I'm gonna get the pastry brush and brush it all the way to the corners, all right? Hello, Callie Cuzzo is here, thank you. Joan says it looks good. Oh, thank y'all so much. All right, so we're just going to get in here. You could use a spoon. I just wanna make sure every piece of chicken, we're gonna put some at the bottom and put some barbecue sauce all over top of it. So when it goes in the oven, it'll be cooking from the top and the bottom, all right? So this is my struggle barbecue chicken. It works. So the oven's gonna give it that char and that nice coloring. We've got it at 400. So I'm just brushing this all the way to the side. If you want it more crispy, you could put it on the rack, but we're making this for someone who is not feeling his best. So we're gonna give him a whole week of food so he can recover and not have to worry. Okay, so we got the first layer. Now we're gonna put the chicken all over here. All right, so let's move this one. We got 10 pieces. So I'm gonna get them all in. All right, so we got our partial. Oh, hello, Pepper Construction. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's see. Whew. Working with barbecue sauce, it gets everywhere, but it's good when you eat it. Nice and sticky. All right, so I'm just going to arrange all this. Y'all, these are massive, and I don't know if you can tell how big they've gotten from the partial boil. Ooh, oven's ready. Okay. I'm just gonna get all of them in here. And I know you could do something wonderful with this. I'm gonna dump it, but you could do all kind of good stuff with that broth. All right, so we got 4 on here. Let's get the others. Okay, that one's hot. Let me get a towel. Woo! Hot, 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 hot. All right, so I did the same thing on the stove. Uh-oh. So this is what I was going for. Let me show y'all. When it starts to, the liquid, you can see the liquid is almost gone. See how it starts to brown at the bottom? That's when I take it off, all right? So let's put the other pieces of chicken on. Get this slathered in the oven. Trying to Jenga my way in here. All right, and then we got 3 more. I think we'll get all 10 pieces on here. All right. Last one. Okay. Jessica loves the broth. Absolutely. Gillis is here. You keep missing the lives. Hello, my dear. Yeah, you all know the way this algorithm works. And as they say, life is lifing. So if you miss an episode, sometimes it doesn't, notify you. But I'm here on Mondays and Fridays, usually 5 p.m. Eastern. All right. So this is the other one we did on the stove, the partial boil with chicken broth. So that meat is nice and tender. And we're going to get all that in here. Poor Marines. They canceled their workout for weather. So somebody else is getting the Maggie Meals on Wheels today. I don't mind. They were like, can you bring something tomorrow? So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So we got 10 pieces of leg quarters. Now I'm going to go back on top with the Sweet Baby Ray's and brush it all over. All right. So we're going to get that barbecue sauce on everything. You could do this with any meat, probably pork chops. I don't know, whatever you like. But this is what we have. So I'm going to get that pastry brush and we're going to really get that sauce, all the nooks and crannies. And we may have to take it out from time to time or just kind of give it some extra love. We just want to make sure it's all nice and covered. Ooh, we're going to put Miss Aisha'S seasoning on here. Can't forget that. Let me move this so y'all can see. All right. All right, let's get this brushed on. And then I have some honey garlic. And then we'll just put the baked beans on the stove. See if we can get these in. Maybe about 20 minutes. Maybe you turn them, maybe you don't. It's completely up to you. So I'm just making sure we get every nook and cranny sopped up. And let's get it. The skin is already, the meat is already kind of tender from the partial boil. Okay, so this is what we've done so far. Let's put Miss Aisha'S seasoning on there just for a little extra, right? All right. Do we not have any more? Oh no, we're down to 2. Oh, hold up. No, I found some. We got a little bit left of the honey garlic pepper, all right? That's probably good with barbecue chicken. I'm holding out the select blend, so let's just put that on everything and then get it in the oven at 400 and see if we can get it bubbly brown. And then we'll temperature check it and keep pouring that barbecue sauce on there. All right, everybody? So this is what we have going in. All right. Let's turn on the light, open the oven, and I'm gonna put it down at the bottom so it can really do its thing. Okay. Oh yeah. So y'all can keep an eye on that. And my mom said, Maggie, just cook with your senses. Don't just set it and forget it. So we want it to get bubbly. We want it to obviously be cooked through, but we're looking for that nice little charring, kind of to simulate real barbecue. All right, so let's clean up a little bit. Let's wipe this down. Our rice is still cooking. I just have some store-bought baked beans. All right, hello everybody coming in. I'm gonna go ahead and dump the broth, but let's continue on. We'll leave our pastry brush out. But yeah, this has worked for me if you need to get a meal on the table pretty quickly, especially if you have big pieces of chicken or whatever with the bone in. That partial cook is great. All right. Mom says clean as you go. Quasia says set the timer. Y'all are so sweet. I know. I'm so bad at that. I just feel like, oh, I'll see it. And then before you know, we're burning something. But I'll set the timer for you. All right, let's get this one cleaned up. Let's do 20 minutes. All right, let's clean off everything. I just have some store-bought baked beans, but these are from the Walmart deli. If you're, new at cooking, or if you have a lot to do, I always say do like one thing from scratch and take shortcuts. Today we're doing two things, the chicken and the rice. But, my mom could do everything at once from scratch, but we all learn and start somewhere. So don't wear yourself out. All right, last one. Just giving this a rinse for the broth. Hello, CP. Hello, Percy. Hello, Kest is here. Hello, Mr. Harlem Ice Cream. Killer says the broth can be frozen and used to boil rice or pasta for added flavor. Excellent. Oh, you love that caramelization? I know, y'all. I'm sorry, put some flour in here, make a gravy. That's what Miss Aisha would do. I know she would. Hello, Trisha is here. Thank you all. Hello, Cynthia is here. Quasia says barbecue shrimp too, or just put it on a spoon and eat it. Yeah, but shrimp cooks so quickly. I don't know if I would do a parboil on shrimp. Yeah, that seafood, shellfish, it can just go rubbery really fast. But yeah, giving you all some ideas on what you can do. So again, with affordable cuts of meat, leg quarters, we can make something pretty nice. All right, so let me just get this a wash. Quasia says if you want the chicken to look barbecue, add another tip is bake 15. Demetra says we have frozen the broth. Absolutely. I love it. Hello, Carolyn. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah. Okay, that's good enough. Let's wipe this down and then get the beans going. I'm actually really impressed with the Walmart deli. All right, let me clean my hands. So here's the thing, you all. There's nothing wrong with canned if that's what you have. Fresh is always best if you can get it. I know some of y'all have amazing baked bean recipes. You put all kind of good stuff in it and let it simmer for a long time. But if you need to take a shortcut, and I am not the food police, but compared to like the canned baked beans that were made whenever and probably have a lot more preservatives in them, if you need to buy something pre-made, opt for the deli. I'm going to go grab the Walmart baked beans that we have, but Publix deli, Walmart deli, at least because they make it there either that day or, at least within a few days. Walmart deli isn't bad. Hello, Tracy. Thank you so much. Y'all saying hello to each other. All right, let me go get the beans. You can see our rice is percolating. So it's starting to do its coconut, lime, cilantro. Our chicken is doing its thing. It's starting to slowly bubble a little bit, but we want it nice and sizzling. Hello, 1024. Let me grab the beans, y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. Did I put them in the boys' fridge? Yeah. I was really surprised. They kind of spilled a little bit, but this is just Walmart deli baked beans. This is Walmart, right? Yeah, absolutely. So compared to, and we all have used the Bush's baked beans. I think I might have some. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, look at this. You can get canned baked beans, but Bush's even makes a 0 sugar added. I won't give these away. I'm going to save these. I'm going to give the real beans. But I just did a taste test one day. Deli baked beans versus canned baked beans. These were far better, just for freshness and flavor, all right? But showing you all again, a lot of the brands that we know are now giving you some of your same favorites without sugar. Quasia says Walmart deli is a winner on the go. Yes, and their bakery. Don't sleep on the Walmart bakery. Those cupcakes. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. Let me get a pot for this. All right, so we got our barbecue chicken doing its thing, our coconut lime rice. This is kind of a tropical thing, and then that's kind of a southern thing. But look, it's an a Caribbean southern fusion. That's what we got going on today. All right, it's good. I'm sure it'll be good. All right, so let's open this up. So this would be in the deli, kind of like when you buy your, um, deli meals. Or y'all know I always do the holidays catered because I cook a lot during the regular year. So on the holidays, when you got to get the house ready and the kids ready, I love just getting it pre-made and ordered, heat and served. And the deli is actually quite good. I've done a few streams on that. But y'all can see here just the difference. Like it's got some nice like spices and stuff in it. It's really tasty. All right, but I'll taste it again for you just to confirm, even though it's cold. All right, so let's turn this on like a medium. Oh, I unplugged it. All right. Let's give this a taste for quality control. Stop it, Maggie. Woo! Y'all, it's good. All right. Woo! Let me cleanse my palate so I don't crave more. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and put the beans in. Honestly, this is the family size. I don't think it really needs much of anything. But in a pinch, if you're using the canned beans, you could add maple syrup, you could add brown sugar, you could add molasses, you could do some fresh cracked black pepper. Uh-oh, went down the side. Whatever you need to do to doctor it up. I don't want that to stick. Y'all know it'll make a mess. Cooking is messy sometimes, but that's okay. It's fun. It's my happy place. We'll figure it out together. All right. So that's good. Mm-hmm. All right, rinse it. Let's put the top on. We're just gonna let that warm. I feel like I should get a different vegetable. Rice and beans. We got everything cooking. Our beans are already percolating. Let's turn that down. That cooktop gets hot fast. Rice is percolating, doing its thing. Chicken. It's doing its thing slowly. It's a lot of chicken though. All right. Whew. Oh, Bob says put some bacon in the beans. Yes. Quasha says it's a B and M a Steyr. I don't know. Let me know. Oh, B&M baked beans are really good. Oh, what's B&M? Is that a brand? Somebody tell me. I haven't heard of that one before. All right, that's already moving around. Let's get it a stir. If y'all were with me on Friday, hello, Samuel is here. And don't gesture like I just did with your utensils, especially a knife, all right? Here's your etiquette lesson. Put your utensils down. If you need to talk with your hands, that's fine. Then pick it back up. All right, so just want to keep this moving around. I burned them last time because this is real sugar, but they were fine with it for the Marines, but we can do better. So I turn it down to medium low. Rice is rolling. I feel like we need something green. Do I have any green beans? I have corn. I gave him some spinach last time. What else would y'all add to this meal? Hello, Samuel is here. Coconut, lime. There's a lot of flavors going on. I feel like something neutral. Hello, 98. Let me see what I have. Oh, we have sweet corn and green beans. Since we already have a starch, I don't know, what would y'all add? We got green beans or sweet corn. I'm just gonna put this in the stove behind me and let it kind of warm up. This coconut rice smells so good. Oh, Trisha says broccoli. Let's see if we have broccoli. Do I have broccoli? Stir fry, cauliflower, peppers. Winner, winner, broccoli dinner. So I'll do this on the stove behind me with a little water and that chicken seasoning. We'll save the cans. We'll give them something good. That makes sense. All right. And we just keep stirring these beans because they stick to the bottom really quickly, and I just want to keep them moving since these are all, oh, I'm getting it on the, we don't want our coconut rice to be a baked bean coconut rice, but I just want to keep that moving. Actually, I think this is good because it was really done. We'll just do the broccoli here. Ooh, y'all, our chicken is percolating. So let's put the broccoli in here with a little water and chicken broth. Check our chicken, and then we should be good. As soon as our coconut rice is done, then we can kind of portion it. Okay. I'm just going to do it on the stovetop, frozen with a little bit of water and some chicken broth. Notice a theme here. And then just to kind of steam it lightly, a little water at the bottom. And then I'm going to switch because this is already bubbling. We're going to switch, put this on, keep that going, and then move the beans to the back. And our chicken, I want to take that out and kind of give it some love. Let me move that over there. Ow, got me. Let me move this over here. Let's just give this one more stir. Just make sure it's not, yeah. You can see at the bottom, it doesn't take long. Just keep that from clumping up. Give it a little taste. Make sure it's evenly heated. And then let me get the struggled chicken out. See if we can put a little barbecue sauce on it, or just make sure there's no dry spots. This right here. Woo! All right. That will stay warm. Rice is good. Broccoli will start doing its thing. All right, here we go, y'all. Can y'all see that? Woo! All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go now. I know it's not Christmas anymore, but safety first. Quasia's here. Trina says, why are you on Aisha'S page? And what is this all about? Would somebody tell Trina what we're doing here and what we do every Monday? But welcome. Ooh, Bob said I have cauliflower. I do. Should I add cauliflower too? Let me know. All right, let's get the chicken out. Oh. Oh. All right, y'all. Oh. Let's just baste it, brush it a little bit more. And I'll temperature check it. Let's see how we're looking at temperature. We want a little browner though, I know. All right. Okay, so let's turn this on Fahrenheit and let's get in the big piece here. We need 165. We're at 157. We're gonna go, oh, it may go up a little bit, but we still wanna cook it a little bit more. Yeah, it's stopping at like 160.
So let's just brush it a little bit more and then get back in there. So I'm just gonna bring this barbecue sauce up on top. We wanna make sure that it's all nice and covered. If you have plenty of time, you can do this, every 20 minutes or so. But we're just scooping that up, making sure it's all nice and covered. And then we're gonna put it back in there. Okay, our broccoli is starting to kind of steam. And we're gonna put this back in the oven. You could turn it over if you want to, but I think I wanna leave it skin side up. All right, just don't want it to dry. So it's all good. Let's go back in. All right. Whew. I think it looks good. Rita, you're welcome, my dear. I'm so happy that you are joining us today. But I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. I do have my own page on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. Oh, but once a week, Miss Aisha invites me to simul stream with you all. All right, let's go back in. All right. You could probably go up to like 425 if you want a little bit more. Waiting on the rice to finish. Let me clean up my mess here. And then let's check on our steamed broccoli. Got to give them a little green vegetable. A little green vegetable. Okay, everybody doing well? Hello, DYS is here. Hello, D Ray is here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Quasia says we're here every Monday and Friday, cooking exclusive with Maggie, the substitute teacher, on all my platforms. Yes, thank you so much. And of course, you all know I am a huge fan of Cooking with Aisha. I've been with Miss Aisha since, those of y'all that are watching from Miss Aisha's page, what is her first recipe that you all saw? I know she started with the stuffed breakfast pancake, but I saw two things I remember from way back when. Her stuffed chicken breast taco shell, and then her baked king crab legs. That's one of the first, I was like, who is that? And I'm so grateful to be here on her page. And shout out to you, Mr. Ricky. I hope you're doing well. All right, so our broccoli's doing well. It's not frozen solid anymore. I'm just gonna stir it a little bit and give it a taste for seasoning and let it keep going. All right. We still got our coconut rice. Maybe it's taking a minute because that coconut milk is thick, but it's gonna taste so good. And then we'll pack it up. Get it all away. All right. So let's get a little floret. See how it is. Ooh. Hot, but it's good. It's good. So I'm just gonna turn it down. Honestly, we could kind of turn it off. All right, y'all. I think we're good. Hello, Sandra is here. She says it looks good. Thank you so much. Trisha loves to watch me and Miss Aisha cooking. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you all so much. So let's see. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We're doing a Meals on Wheels today. So I have some more of these to-goes. I got these from Walmart. You can also get them at the Dollar Tree, but they're a little bit smaller and they have like the little foil top. So whenever I'm cooking for, man food or mean old mister, I always make extra to go. So I have these containers. So I think last time we did a Meals on Wheels delivery, you all liked me to make one plate actually served. So rice, chicken, baked beans, and maybe some broccoli. So we can do that. And then I have some big containers. Maybe we could just put the rest of the chicken in. But I have someone who's not feeling their best and he's recovering. So I want to help him out with some meals that he can just kind of eat. If y'all were with me last week when we did the fish and rice, I took it to him right after the stream and he sat on the porch and he ate it. He said it was amazing. Ooh, Trisha says you love broccoli. You wish you could get it. Yeah, this just came from Dollar Tree. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but my Dollar Tree, okay, that's our 20-minute timer. It's bubbling. I think I'll turn this off. As soon as the rice is done, whoo, that steam is hot. I don't know if y'all can see the oven. It is like really percolating. Uh-oh. So I'm just gonna do a let me get the timer. That's a lot. All right. So before I take it out again, let me just get a temperature reading on the chicken. We need it to be 165. We want to make sure it's done all the way through. Hello, Aisha'S here. And then as soon as the rice is done, we'll start plating. All right. So let's see. Woo! Smells good. Oh yeah. 165. All right, let's check another one. Oh, 175. And another one. Oh yeah. Woo! Hot, 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 hot. Okay. So chicken is done. So it's cooked all the way through. If we had not have done the partial boil, you would need to bake it for at least an hour, but it's going to cut down on the time. Y'all, this coconut steam. Hello, Unfollow Me. Hello, James is here. Thank you all so much. All right, I want this rice to be done so I can taste it. And then we'll pack it up. And then we'll deliver it to go. Very exciting. All right. Since we have a lot of food today, trying to think if we should do portions or just do a whole big old platter. Hello, Jewish is here. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, you all, I enjoy cooking. And you know, cooking is one of those things where you never master your craft. You can always learn. And so I enjoy it, especially if other people like to eat it, because clearly I can miss a meal. But this helps me kind of get some of this energy out and do something. You never know what people are going through, all right? Everybody doing well? All right, thank you. So yes, if you like my cooking content, I'm online Mondays and Fridays. If you like my femininity or relationship content, that is Wednesdays and Saturdays. But this weekend, we got a big event for the finishing school. I also have an online finishing school for ladies who want to be more elegant, work on their etiquette and femininity. And once a year, we have a big celebration. They're all coming to Atlanta. So got a lot going on, but very excited, but always cooking. Trisha says, are you going to have some for you and the boys? Nah, I'm going to give this away. I am a mom, 2 boys. I could save some for Marcus, but I like to cook fresh for them. The boys actually live with their dad now that they're teenagers, so they're not here. It's just me today. That's why I'm giving all this away. But I will see Marcus tomorrow. He works. And since the Marines canceled PT, let's see, he'll probably ask for his Maggie muffins. But no, we're going to pack it all up to go. So let me go ahead and get this ready, y'all. We could do the beans and the broccoli. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Let's go ahead and get everything ready because we can start taking the chicken out. Only thing that's left is the rice. Let's go ahead and get this together. I enjoy cooking for others when they enjoy it. All right, so let's wipe these down. And I'm just leaving the chicken in the oven. Since it's surrounded by barbecue sauce, it'll just continue to soak up all that goodness. Okay. And then I'll be Meals on Wheels today. So, you know, if you're cooking for a group, cooking for church, cooking for a kid's sports or whatever, to me, this is an easy, hearty meal. This was going to go to the Marines, but that's okay. All right, so 1 for the rice. No, maybe both for the chicken. We got a lot of chicken. No. All right, those are wiped down. Let's go ahead and do broccoli and beans and get that covered up. All right, everybody doing good? And Author says, hey, Maggie, what are you cooking? Oh, Trisha loves the cooking content. Thank you, sweetheart. We're doing Meals on Wheels today. We are making a coconut, cilantro, lime rice. We just have some steamed broccoli. In the oven, we've got barbecue chicken. And on the stove, we've got baked beans. So let's go ahead and get the beans and broccoli in here and get those covered up. So he has a week's worth of food. So this was Walmart baked beans, but Walmart deli, okay? The can is fine, the deli is better. So I'm just gonna put the whole thing in here. We just heated those up on the stove. I will put some on his plate. All right, so this one, and we could put, I have some green onion. A nice little green garnish would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't want to do too much. All right, let's give him all the baked beans for fiber and sweetness. All right, then let's go ahead and give him all of the broccoli. We'll strain this out. And this was just frozen broccoli with a little bit of chicken broth and water. So I'm just going to put that in this container. Aw, thank you so much, Trisha. I appreciate that. All right. We're just doing a little meal delivery today. You never know, y'all. Sometimes you have neighbors who are elderly. Maybe you have new neighbors. Does anybody cook for people that move into the new neighborhood? You never know, people might be going through any type of health challenges or whatever. A home cooked meal goes a really long way if you just want to do something. All right, let's move the stovetop. We're done with this. All right, I think we'll go ahead and get the chicken out, y'all. Let me turn off the oven. I think it looks good. It's nice and sticky. All right, so I'll go ahead and put some foil over this just for now. And then we'll package it all up and take it to go. Hello, Dante is here. Hello, the men's side is here. Thank you so much for coming through. All right, so we have our baked beans and our broccoli. I probably could have done a double portion. The vegetables always kind of disintegrate. Jones, this was the broth from the chicken. No, sweetheart, I did drain that, but I just used some more. Y'all, I use this on everything. This is the Knorr Caldo de Pollo. If you want to screenshot it, you can get this from the Dollar Tree. You can also get it at Walmart, the small size, or they have the Big Mama Jamma. And this is a great way at 0 calories to get extra flavor without, sugar or whatever. Again, I don't have to worry about salt. And I did ask my recipient if this meal was acceptable for him. Hello, Lisa's here. Thank you. Oh, Quasia. I appreciate that. Thank you, sweetheart. I believe we are blessed to be a blessing. You just never know, y'all. And you never know when you're going to need something, right? You never know when you're going to be going through a challenge. Life happens to everybody, right? Sometimes you lose a job. Sometimes you have illness. Sometimes there's a death in the family. You just never know. All right. So broccoli is done. Y'all, this coconut rice is taking its time. But that's okay. Let's bring the chicken out and see if we can cut those quarters into 2 pieces. Oh, the rice just finished, y'all. Just like that. All right, finally. I might have put some extra. Ooh, let me stir it up. Ooh, it'll continue cooking. Oh my gosh, y'all. If you could smell this coconut rice, and I'm gonna give it a little taste. We can make the first plate and then pack the rest. Oh my God. So, it just smells heavenly. It smells heavenly. I'll show y'all. And then I'll give it a little taste. So this rice was cooked in coconut milk, and we put a little lime and we put some cilantro in there. So it'll continue to absorb that liquid. Let me unplug it. I'm fine with it. I told him I'd be there around 6:30. So this is perfect. Let's give it a taste. See how we like it. Y'all. Oh, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I was a little heavy with the lime. Get you right here, but it is so good. So good. Hold up. I'm just going to put some salt in there. It's creamy from the coconut. Yeah. All right, let's go in. Stir it up again. Make sure we get that good flavor in there. But if you're doing island cooking, Thai cooking, anything that has a good, like coconut would pair well with it. I'm trying not to be savage, trying to do little delicate bites. Hello, Bonnie is here. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Gotta take care of people. Somebody took care of us when we needed something, right? So we're here to pay it forward. Let's give it a little taste now. We added some salt. This is why you taste as you go. One more time. One more time. It's almost there. Almost there. All right. We're going to call it after this. Tweet says you never cook coconut rice, but you will soon. It's a great hack. Just replace your water with coconut milk. All right. Oh, y'all, that is so, it's just giving me all of the island vibes. It's giving me all of the island vibes. Oh, look what we have here. If you want to say how I know you, feel free to introduce yourself. But we are packing a very special meal. So this is coconut, lime, cilantro rice. So let's get our container. And let's, 1 second. Let's get our container. All right. Let's go in with a nice, hot serving of coconut rice. Killis is here. Exactly. All right, so let's do the baked beans and broccoli. Yeah. So let's go in and I'll put some baked beans. Make a nice plate, and then the rest we're just gonna put in the containers. And then we'll put the chicken over top. Let's get the broccoli. Aw, Mason says I'm doing great. Aw, thank you so much. All right, let's get the broccoli on there. Then we're gonna bring out the piece de resistance, the barbecue chicken. So you all see you can make a nice meal. Simple. Goes a long way. All right. Let's put our leg quarters on top. All right, y'all. That tray is massive. Make some space. See if we can get in there. All right. We'll just do one. So let's put the baked beans behind to go. I mean the broccoli. Same thing. with the baked beans. We'll put some extra cilantro on that. Woo, y'all. Whew. Wait till you see this. All right, let's get the barbecue chicken. So this was 10 leg quarters. So whoever's receiving this is getting 20 pieces of chicken. Enough for the whole week. I said I would feed him every week. Oh. Oh. So I don't know if y'all can see. Oh, it's looking really good. It's heavy. We did temperature check it. It's nice and caramelized. So let's get the big piece of chicken since we're making man food, and we're gonna lay that over top. I'm looking for a little piece hanging off that I can Y'all know how you do. You get a little piece that's kind of like falling off anyway, that we could just kind of, hopefully nobody notices. But we got to taste it. All right. Put that back together. Now this is Sweet Baby Ray's. This isn't the sugar-free, but I just want to taste the barbecue chicken that we have here. Y'all want some? Mm-hmm. When I tell you, OMG, I'm telling you, it's hot. I'm telling you. Funnily enough, I think the lime in the rice is gonna go really well. Let's give him the big piece of chicken. So there's your meal. We'll put a little extra cilantro on there and cover it up. Pack it up to go. Hungry men are waiting. All right. Where's the cilantro? I wish I had fresh. I need to get fresh next time. So I just have the same cilantro that we put inside the rice. We'll just put a little bit. My struggle fan is gonna blow it on me. Chicken looks yummy. Thank you, Trisha. Stomping good, looks good. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So let's cover this up and then pack up the rest. So this is what we're gonna do. I don't know if y'all can. I'm just gonna put the top on it. So you see, let me take a quick picture. Where is the, I don't know where my iPad went. I have two devices, y'all. I just want to take a quick picture of this tray. Well, all right. I can't find it, but it's okay. Let's feed. Feeding is more important. I'll take my phone down and take a picture in a moment. So just getting that covered up for him. And then we're gonna, if you're doing meal prepping, you would just do them all the same. And then we'll put a little note on here. All right. So we'll just put get hot well soon. All right. So now let's get everything packed up. I'm just going to put all the chicken in one of these containers. Wipe it down. Whew. What I wanted to do to make it easy, let me see how easy I can cut it. Once it's cooked, I like to get my chicken shears, kitchen shears, and get right in the joint. And then I just cut it like that. So you have two pieces easy to go. You all tell me, do you like it thigh and leg like that, or you like it whole? But once it's once it's cooked, a good kitchen shears will get right through it. Hello, Luciano. Hello, Modla. Hello, Young, X-Man, Abby, and Orange. Hello, Johanna. Looks good. Looks good. All right. Let me know. But I just figured to make it easier. And then, of course, if you're cooking for kids, cut it so that they don't waste. But this way you can pick it up easy and just kind of handle it. All right. So you just go right at the joint. And good kitchen shears, especially when it's cooked nice and tender. Oh my gosh, y'all see how it's just fallen off? Oh my gosh. Looks delicious. You like it separated? You like it like that? Okay. Make it easy. And it just literally comes off so tender. Last one, big one. So 10 leg quarters gives you 20 pieces of chicken. So if you're a team thigh, you got your thigh all cooked really well and juicy. Let's pack it up. I'm over here talking. We got hungry men to feed. Focus, Maggie. All right, so let's just we could do all thighs in one. Oh. We could do all drums in the other. You could put it all together. That's a big mama jamma. All right. But your oven baked barbecue chicken is ready to go. And then you could put this, if you're low carb, you could omit the rice. You could just do it with a salad. I think we can go ahead and put everything in one. Let's get the chicken legs in there. Absolutely. And yeah, I think we'll pour some of this sauce on there since I've been pouring out everything else. Give you your drumsticks. Give you the whole thing so you won't be hungry for a week. All right. Whew. Y'all, that looks so good. And it smells even better. All right. Okay, it's not too hot. Let me move the one that we already did back here. All we got to do is the rice. So we have a whole tray of barbecue chicken ready to go. Give y'all some of the drippings. Oh yeah, you know you want some. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because when you reheat, all right, not all of it. All right, there we go. Now let's put a little cilantro on there. You need a smell-o-vision? Gabriel says, wow. Let's put a little bit more cilantro on here, just a little garnish, or green onion, or parsley, or whatever. God bless. Where is my iPad? I want to get a picture of this. All right, so chicken is done. Y'all can see. It looks good. It looks good. Oh yeah. All right. Whew. Hello, M10, and hello, TW. Thank you all so much. All right. Dag nabbit. Oh, here it is. I found it. I moved it off the table. All right. Let me just get a picture of a chicken. And it's dead. Okay. Let's see if it'll come alive. All right, let's put some foil on this one. And then all that's left is the rice. All right, baked chicken is done. All right. And then we have our coconut rice. I think I'll do it. I can do it in this smaller container. Hello, Elliot. Hello, Vision.
Thank you all so much. Trinae says it looks good. You'd be grateful to get this. Huh, Gabriel smiling. Who you say you're cooking for again? I don't know. If the person who is receiving this food would like to identify themselves and come out of the clouds, you're welcome to in the chat. If not, your secret is safe with me. If you're watching, you never know who's watching. All right, let me just wipe this down for the rice. Oh. All right, so we have our coconut cilantro rice, coconut cilantro lime rice, emphasis on the lime, but funnily enough, y'all, the lime goes really well with the barbecue chicken. I don't know what it is. It's like the tang of the lime. All right, I'm gonna keep this much for me, and there's a little piece of chicken on here. So let's taste it together. This is for me. I can't. It's creamy, it's sweet, it's citrusy. Oh my God. So good. I'm so happy. Hello, ice traffic. Oh, all right. So we got our rice done. We have our baked chicken done, baked beans, broccoli. I think everything is done. I'm ready to pack it up. I'm gonna check my iPad one last time if it has any power. I'm gonna take a quick picture of the plate, and then I wanna deliver this while it's still warm. So again, I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today we did barbecue chicken, baked beans, broccoli, and coconut lime cilantro rice. So in case you missed it, I'm giving a week's worth of food to somebody very special who's not feeling his best, but I can help with meals. So this is the plate. Let me see if I can take a picture, cover it up. It's nice and hot, and I will be out the door. Okay, good. I got 2%. Let me see if I can take a picture with my 2%. So I can post this. But yeah, just giving you all some inspiration. You never know. We can all do something, right? Oh yeah, we can all do something. So don't be afraid to get up close to your food. Oh yeah. Some with the flash, some without the flash. And then take a video. This person saw a video of something else that I made and said, you know what? That would actually really help me. And I said, sold! Coming right up. So when y'all see, oh, it's kind of bright. So yeah, we did that. We did that. All right, let's get this covered up. So he has his food. Last time I went, he was sitting on the porch, waiting for his meals. Joanne says, looks yummy. Aw, thank you so much. Let me see if I can get a picture of the baked chicken, barbecue chicken. We did 10 leg quarters, which is 20 pieces of chicken. So it's dark meat, but also this would work with breast meat as well. So it's nice and hot, and this is going to the giveaway. So what we did is we cooked it in chicken broth, partial boil for about 20 minutes. It died. Okay, that's it. But yeah, it's nice and tender. It's cooked all the way through. We temperature checked it. Sweet baby rays. That's it, y'all. You don't need nothing else. You can do that. I'm not a grill master. If you're a grill master, by all means, but this is how I do oven baked barbecue chicken.
And then we have baked beans and broccoli and rice. So I'm just gonna get a big old bag and pack it up. Let's see what we got. All right. Shout out to Aldi's or Aldi's. So let's put this down for our recipient. So my next cooking stream will be Friday. I think I'll do it this way. So our next cooking stream will be Friday. And my next relationship stream will be Wednesday. Wednesday at 9, Friday at 5. All right, everybody. So let me let you all go. Thank you again, Cooking with Aisha, for the opportunity to stream on your channel. I have so much fun with y'all making all this food, and believe me, the person who is getting this, I think you'll really enjoy it. All right, take a photo with another device when you log off. You know what? Y'all know I use my phone for the overhead. This is a struggle stream. Y'all are so smart. I don't know. All right, let's just lift up the foil and then get up close. Such a good point. Oh, my word. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Mm-hmm. Let's see if y'all can see this. Oh, yeah. We got it. We got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll set it to some music. Thank you so much. Okay, blessings, everybody. See you all on the next one, okay? Thank you so much. Cancer Twin and Hollis, thank you all so much. TikTok, I know you were watching, but I didn't see any comments. But I appreciate you all, and I will see you all on the next one. So thank you so much. And as always, thank you so much, Cooking with Aisha, for allowing me to share. Thank you, Beak. You enjoyed it? All right, everybody. Goodbye, Instagram. Let me get the Maggie meals on wheels. Bye, killers. Woo, y'all, this chicken is hot. I can feel it. I can feel it. Can you feel it? Okay, bye.